was that message? The one from Seamus.
I'd have Diane Abbott as Prime Minister. The policies might not be any good, but the entertainment value would be priceless. Okay.
I just didn't dare say it.
That.
But, you know, I know where you're coming from. Let's have a look through the papers this morning. Former editor of the Daily Star, Dawn Neeson, and the broadcaster, Pete Price. Morning.
Hello again.
Les Patterson would make a good Prime Minister.
Oh, yes.
Not half.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
That would be exciting.
Do you remember yesterday we were talking about the fact that you can now buy our mugs?
Yes.
Max has got in touch. Hi there, Max. Says, I'm currently sitting proud watching you this morning with my morning cuppa in a GBNEWS mug. My 35th wedding anniversary present.
Oh. And by the way, as I'm a bit of a creep, I was about to run out. They stopped me at the door to get you some cuppa soups.
Oh, yeah.
Bless you.
But they wouldn't let me. They said, you haven't got enough time.
No,
I'm a creep.
But you can creep in with one next time.
Yeah, next time you're back. Let's have a look at Elon Musk, Pete. The man who wanted to be Twitter king has now decided he doesn't.
First of all, there's an unusual name. Elon.
Elon.
E-L-O-N.
And Musk.
And Musk.
His sister is called Tosca.
Right.
Tosca Musk.
Right.
It's quite a, you need your teeth in for that one, don't you?
So he's the richest man in the world. He wants to spend 37 billion on Twitter, but he's now saying he's going to back out the deal because he says 20% of the 330 million accounts were counterfeit. How he knows that, I don't know, and how they know anything about it. The good thing about this story is I'm delighted that he's not buying Twitter. I am delighted.
Why? What were you
Because he
afraid
was going to give Trump his account back. So he would have had Donald Trump back on Twitter.
I mean, part of the problem, he was saying it's all about free. He wanted to reinstall free speech, but that's very difficult there because he was saying then each country where Twitter operates could have its own rules on it. I mean, it's just.
I'm not a fan of Trump, but when you've got the Taliban on Twitter, I mean, why would you ban Trump and have the Taliban? I mean,
No, you're totally right. And if you go through some of the accounts, there are some dreadful accounts. But when you're talking 37 billion to buy a company like that, if he's got that sort of money, the good he could do in the world with 37 billion pounds. Dollars would be would be spectacular.
He might be
please.
spending it anyway because Twitter have said they're going to sue him to make sure that he goes through with the deal that was agreed.
Oh, gosh. Rich people with their
big boys and toys.
It really is. It's a bit sickening, isn't it?
Yep.
Dawn, tell us about the revival of the mullet.
the mullet. I had to explain to Peter what a mullet actually was.
Oh, Mark. Pat Shah.
This is
Pat Shah.
in the Daily Mirror, and it's the 80s hairdo. Remember it?
Yes, I had one.
Short.
Well, it's like short at the front, like mine now, but long at the back.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that looks like a mullet, and it evidently comes from the Lost Boys film with Kiefer Sutherland. I love that film.
They're the ones who started it off.
Evidently,
Lost Boys.
according to this report and highlighted out the Mirror. But the popularity of it has surged once again because of the Netflix 1980s sci-fi hit
Stranger Things.
Oh, Yawn, which I still haven't seen.
I've just started watching that a couple of weeks ago.
Any good?
Back at the top.
It's responsible for a lot.
My friend Kimberly said you need to watch that, so we said, should I watch it?
But do you
It
get
is
that-
amazing.
Do you get that feeling when somebody says you really must watch this, you think, well, that's the last thing I'm going to watch then?
Exactly, that's what I normally
I've been
do.
told to watch it so much now, I'm almost determined not to.
I'm going to.
Just,
I'm going to.
just before the pandemic, there was a wonderful march in London, parade, and the lead actor in Stranger Things was standing behind us. One of the people with me went, do you know who that is? And we got a photo with him, but it was him.
But did you
He was
know
over
who it
here.
was? Did you know who he was?
I didn't. He did.
The thing about the mullet is that 1.5 million of us are having one, and it's more popular with girls than boys almost.
Oh,
It
right.
probably suits girls better than
Lots
boys.
of female stars have them: Billie Eilish, Miley Cyrus, Rihanna, Dua Lipa, Cara Delevingne. They've all got mullets.
So when are we going to get the perm back? Because that was my era.
Oh.
The football perm. All the football perm.
Like
My
Kevin
hair used to be
Keegan.
down here.
Is it?
Yeah, because I've got a full head of hair. I'm not bald.
gonna say that.
I have a full head of hair.
As I say, Pete, it's probably a bit late now, mate. Possibly for a perm.
That's a challenge. There we are. I've just had a challenge. I'm getting a perm.
Please don't
Brian
bring the
May.
perm back.
That's it.
Yeah.
Brian May is
Well,
worked
he's
so
done
hard.
well, yeah.
Of course, Jason Donovan and all those in there, they all had mullets, did
Yeah,
they?
it was very trouble. You had one, so it had to
I
be trendy.
had a little mullet, yeah.
We have to see a picture of you with your mullet. I think
No.
it's gorgeous.
No.
Go on.
No, I mean, they're awful things. They look awful, but...
You've been calling me Maureen all morning. I want to see your mullet now.
Actually, when I had long hair, I looked totally different. Somebody stopped me in the street the other day. I love this. Somebody stopped me in the street and said, "Didn't you used to be Pete Price?
Oh, yeah.
You've grown into your face." How'd you grow into your face?
Oh, you do, though, you do. Some people do, don't
Well,
they?
apparently I wasn't attractive when I was young, but I'm a little bit better now. Not being vain. I'm just to get...
That's not asking for
Yes.
compliments.
Some people do get better looking as you get older.
Yeah, you grow
Quite
into your
nice,
face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk petrol prices, Pete, in the Express? Because it's
The profiteering is causing a foul stench.
I'm getting to the point now where I just absolutely dread having to fill the car up.
Well-
I really dread it.
It's in every paper. This is the foul stench of profiteering over the sky-high petrol prices. I will never fill my car or put petrol in on a motorway.
Oh,
They are
no.
scandalously expensive. Of course, in the pandemic, it went down to £1 a litre. So it's them clawing their money back. But they're saying in all of it, there's going to be the Competition Marketing Authority are going to look into it to find out what's going on. They used to make 10 pence, the refineries. Now it's 35 pence a litre they're making at the refineries. But unfortunately, whatever's done will never stop it, because these are bigger than countries, these petrol companies, and they're trying to claw that money back, and it's disgraceful because it's not helping in any shape or form our economy.
Do you think it's almost becoming a luxury to drive a car?
Oh,
I mean, I think we've seen it as a right, or as something that everybody has, and that so many households have too.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going backwards, and now having a car is going to be a luxury.
I don't know what they're going to do about
It wouldn't
this.
be so bad if
Yeah.
public transport was cheap and
Well, the
available.
thing is, I mean, very few people do use their cars for leisure, simply just for leisure these days. I think of small businesses. My mate's a one-man band builder. I mean, he has to use
Has
the
to
car.
drive.
He can't get on a bike or carry his kit on public transport.
When I was on the road as a comic, I was doing 70,000 miles a year. I couldn't do it now.
No.
Because I wasn't earning big money, I was earning little money,
Yeah.
little bits here, and I could never do it now. How people survive, I don't know. But you say public transport, how much is fuel costing now for buses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that gets passed
And that gets passed on to all of us.
It's not an affordable
My
alternative.
bus pass will go up soon.
It will. It
Shall
will.
we look at the best kebabs in Britain?
Yes, let's. This was inspired by you two talking about your cup of soup habit, and Pete had to be physically restrained from going out and buying you some.
Bless you.
Free. And this is the Sun, okay, and someone has done a survey on who eats the most kebabs in the country.
Right.
And
Yes.
who do you think it is? Which county do you think gets through the most kebabs?
I would have said London.
West Midlands.
Yorkshire and Humber.
Oh.
Wow.
Absolutely. 30% of that region eat a kebab every day.
Every day?
Every day. Yes, absolutely. As followed by Wales, London comes in at number 3, then East Anglia, East Midlands, North East, Scotland is number 8, and the North West is number 10.
I was surprised by that, because I seriously thought Yorkshire, they still had Yorkshire puddings, because they serve them now with the meal inside the Yorkshire pudding. So I thought Yorkshire puddings would
But
have
it's
been...
not an easy takeaway, that though, is it? A Yorkshire pudding with a meal inside it. That's not
No.
easy.
Well, when you've had a drink it is, because you'll eat anything.
That's why people eat kebabs. It's late night food.
Yes,
isn't
it is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But we have a full confession to make on this one. But
Yeah, I've never had one in my life.
Nor have
The idea of having a slice of something on there that I didn't know what was in it, no, not for me. Not for
And are
me.
you the only one that...
Well, I'm a vegetarian, but my local kebab man, he's very well known in the area, does a veggie one.
A veggie one?
Every sort of vegetable you can imagine has been tossed in a pan, and then he chucks it in,
Wow,
along with all of the salad stuff. Actually, I really do like
a veggie one.
a veggie kebab, yeah.
I couldn't
there
imagine
are
you walking
queues.
down the street with a veggie one
Well,
in your hand.
I don't
You take it
walk
home.
around,
You
I
take it home.
and he's
No,
very
they eat it in the streets, you
just
see.
a posh knife and fork.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being quite as good with a hangover. There you go. I don't know. Look, we're out of time.
It can't be. I want to stay. I've had enough of this. Just change the schedule. I'm fed up.
But you can
I
say
love it.
you don't have to move.
Oh, all right. Just shut up.
Yeah, you can stay.
If this
Stay,
one,
stay,
just
hang
turn
around.
his mic off.
That's the Stop it.
I'm louder without a mic.
Oh no.
God. I shall have to get headmistress if this carries on.